morning, Arsene. It's the end of the year. It's a time for reflection. How would you sum up the last 12 months for your club?
Well, overall, it was a positive year because we made 79 points last season and won the cup. And in the Champions League, unfortunately, went out against Bayern. But overall, I think it was a positive year this season. We'll see where we get. But I think we are some points short of what we could have achieved. And it's time to catch back now until the end of the season, the points that we lost.
You start the new year at Southampton. How much have they surprised you this year?
They were surprised because there was a bit exodus there at the end of the season last year. And they did very well, unexpectedly, because they benefited from the stability at the back and in midfield from last year. And they added Mane, Pele and Tadic, who have done very well very quickly. And that's why they are where they are.
Arsene, how do you see the race for the top four as it stands at the moment?
Tight, interesting and unpredictable until the end.
How much higher than fourth are the club's ambitions still for this season? I mean, if you were to get a result against Southampton, you're in the top four. Is third, second, even first still a realistic possibility?
You know, we fight to be as close as possible. You know, we do not. We are not in a mode of calculating. We are in the mode of let's go to the next game and win. It's too early. It's 19 games to go, and if there were 4 or 5 to go, yes. But at the moment, let's just be consistent and win the next game.
So everyone's catchable as far as you're concerned in that race?
You do not calculate like that. You give your best, and if there is a weakness in front of you, you want to take advantage of it. I don't know if there will be any weakness in front of us, but what I know, we can give our best until the end of the season to have a chance to do it.
How key is rotation at the moment in terms of it being such a busy period?
Rotation is a sensitive subject because you can destabilize your team with too much rotation, and so you have to find the right numbers of rotating a team, you know, and overall you want to keep a balance of your team and as well refresh sometimes the players in positions where the players are a bit tired.
We're at the halfway stage of the Premier League now. I mean, how would you sum up how that first half has gone for you?
Look, I believe that there's a deficit between the potential we have shown and the number of points we have, and that's what we want to get right. I feel we were very, very unlucky with the injuries we got, and overall, with the number of injuries we have had, we survived quite well. But I believe, hopefully, in the second part of the season, we'll not have the more stability, especially defensively, to be more consistent.
On the subject of injuries and with the transfer window opening in a couple of days' time, what do you see as the club's requirements, and do you actually need to go into the transfer market this next month?
There is a need there, but the right opportunity has to come up. You know, buy, that's not what we want to do. But if the right opportunity turns up, we will do it.
What can you say about the future of Lucas Podolski at this stage, Arsene?
Nothing. That is a player of Arsenal Football Club, and I want him to stay. And apart from that, what is to be professional is as long as you are somewhere, you give your best to justify your wages and your love for the club.
Do you think he will still be an Arsenal player, though, at the end of
I hope, yes.
What makes you feel that he might be? I know he's been very strongly linked with Inter Milan, isn't he?
Well, that is a joke. Inter Milan is not serious.
Okay. In terms of other players, do you see that there's a possibility they may be going out on loan the likes of Campbell and Sonogo, for example?
I don't rule it out in some positions where players need experience. That's not the case for Podolski. But players who need practice because they're at a very young age, like Sanogo, is not impossible, yes.
Okay. And can I just check, in terms of injury news, where you stand at the moment? I know it's games coming through.
Look, we have one alert after the game at West Ham, is Danny Welbeck, and he could be short for Thursday.
What's his...
A thigh problem.
Just lastly for me, this time last week, no managers have been sacked. Now 2 have been.
That shows you how quickly our life changes.
Yeah. I mean, did you feel it was always a case of once one club, if you like, decided to pluck up the nerve and sack one, that others would follow? I mean,
you know, it's true that sometimes it goes in numbers at the same time, but you have enough experience, and I have as well enough to know that Christmas is always a sensitive period because people reflect, they sit together in their families, people talk, you should do this, you should do that, and it's always a very sensitive period for the managers because it's half a season to go. It's a moment where people are scared to go down sometimes, and that's why these things happen.
Arsene, you said that you feel there's a need in your squad to bring in players. Any particular area?
Look, if you look at the number of games some players played and the injuries we have with Wilshere, Ramsey, Arteta, at the moment we are a bit short in midfield.
Can we expect Ramsey, Walcott, anyone like that to be back involved again?
Walcott is involved because he was already in the squad. Of course, I judge him a bit short on the competition front. On the fitness front, he's ready to play. Ramsey is not available yet, no.
Is that just a time thing? There's no setback or any...
No, there's no setback, but it's a bit slower than I expected it to be. And because last year he had a setback, we have to be very cautious with his thigh. He was out for 3 months, you know, and we have to be a bit more cautious than we would like to be.
Are you looking forward to the time when you actually have all of your players available?
I would love to,
sit down and choose?
because when you see that some players, some teams say, well, yes, but we have 2 or 3 injuries. I think we had 5 or 6 or 7 sometimes during the same period, and it's important that we get all our players back.
Would you struggle to pick your best 11 when you've got... Because you probably haven't had that luxury, have you?
Yeah, we have, especially offensively, we have many options, you know. Too many to keep everybody involved with the right number of games, that is for sure.
How do you feel about Francis Coughlin's reintegration into the squad? Because I thought he was very good against West Ham. Does he show that he could maybe fill that role that everybody says you need of a defensive?
Look, I believe he has the potential, but he has played 1 game, so it's a bit early to judge that. And but he will make a career, and hopefully he'll make it here. I want to give him credit because he kept his focus and the work rate in training at a very high level during all these periods where he didn't play. And when he went to Charlton, he had a very good spell there as well.
Finally, what gives you confidence that 2015 can be a vintage year for...
Look, because I feel it's nearly impossible that we have the same bad luck on the injury front that we had in 2014. What is explainable after in 2014 is that it was after World Cup, and we had many players who were injured because they played in the World Cup.
Arsene, sorry, just clarify when you said it was a joke with Podolski. What do you mean by that?
No, because it's nothing serious.
There's a lot of strong reports from Italy saying as well.
Yeah, they talk, but there's only talks.
Just talk. And just on a word on Koscielny, he came back in against West Ham. What difference does he make to that defence for you, for the whole team?
His individual quality is huge. For me, he's a top-class defender, Koscielny. And on top of that, he has a long experience with Per Mertesacker together. So you could feel that in the game against West Ham. They know each other well. They understand each other's movements. And they cover each other up very well.
You've had some big partnerships at the back during your time here. Do you think Per and Lauren, when they're at their best together, they are at the top of their game together?
I think they are quality-wise, but you judge more defense as a back four, you know, and we want to show we have big targets in front of us now until the end of the season that our back four can deal with the problems we have, and that in some games we were a bit exposed because we had a lack of experience.
Just finally for me, just a word on Ronald Koeman. He's come into the Premier League, and despite all the players that Southampton had to sell, he has done a remarkable job.
He has done a remarkable job. He's done very well, and he bought very well, and he gets them to play very good football.
Thanks, guys.
Just ask one more question. It's the time of reflection at the moment. People are making resolutions. Are you making any?
To give my best, yes, and to question myself every day and to give my best for this club, of course.
Thank you. Take the microphones out, please.